Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. So today is April the 15th. It's the middle of the month and here is our mid-month review. Okay everybody, so here is my personal budget sheet. I like the fact that you're able to see my computer and how I do this. So not this month, but last month. It was last month. I was actually looking online for a different budget sheet than what I normally use and came across this. It's MYMT personal budget sheet tracking weekly expenses. And so I like this budget sheet because of two reasons. The first thing is it gives you the personal budget sheet on the first page, and then at the bottom it gives you 4 different tabs. So it actually gives you 5 different tabs, and these are your weekly tabs. And so you're able to track your expenses for the week using these weekly tabs. So of course I've already tracked my expenses for the month in my projected view, which is here my budgeted category. Then when I do my weeks, it actually auto fills in my actual category. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Shakema and I use the Dave Ramsey Zero-Based Budget Program. I am a Financial Peace University graduate, and so this is how I budget my money. I budget my money so that every dollar has its name. And we're just going to give you a review and kind of recap the month. So for the month of April, my payroll deposit that I projected, or that I could tell early on that I was going to get in my employee portal, was $2,865.47. That's off my net bring home pay. I also have additional income categories: kids deposits from child support, YouTube payments or Google AdSense, travel reimbursements because I do travel for my job and I get paid mileage if I take a business trip, and then unexpected gifts, monies, and blessings. So because I'm only budgeting for what I make, I only had this one category in my budgeted column. So I had to give a name to $2,865.47. When I actually got paid, I was able to carry over that amount. And then kids deposits, I got $70. That was from last month that rolled in this month. It was taken out of his paycheck last month, but I didn't get it until April. And so I had $70 there, and then I got $432 for kids deposit. So then I added in that for $502.92. And then I got 2 unexpected blessings. I received $10 from someone, and then I received $20 from someone. And so I put that in there. And unexpected blessings are just monies that I don't account for. My son gave me $20. So I was like, oh, okay, I just put that in unexpected monies here because he just gave me $20 there. So I just put that in. That's my oldest son. What you can tell now is my total income has shifted or changed because of the extra income sources that I put for here. So let's go down and see what all has been paid out for this month. So after my income, I have my expenses. My living expenses being my mortgage, electric, water, gas or heating, telephone, internet, house repairs, homeowners association, and then my lawn care. So my mortgage $909.95, that did come out. My electric $94.12, that came out. Water bill was $55.90. My telephone bill this month, I calculated that as $225.83, and that's because I'm paying my son's portion of his phone bill this month because he paid my portion of our car insurance. We pay car insurance every 6 months, and when he bought his car, he added on to my insurance, and they will not let us split the payment where I can pay my portion on my credit card or my debit card and his portion on his debit card. They'll only take one debit card. And since his bill is 6 times what mine is, because he has a much newer car, he just picks up my $200 and some, and I pay his cell phone bill for 2 to 3 months, just depending. So I budgeted in $225.83, and the bill ended up being $217.84. We do not have the cable here at our house, but we do keep the internet. I budgeted $69.99, and it was $69.99. And for lawn care, $30 every 2 weeks, and my lawn guy has come and cut my grass twice, so I paid him $60. My student loan, so far I've only made the one initial payment at $156.10, but I do anticipate making one more additional payment to that. I'm not sure if it will be the $156.10 again, but it'll be additional to that. And so with that being said, let me give an update on my loan payment. So when I started these vlogs, I was over $8,000. As of last week, I was down to $7,710. So that number is coming down, and I am going to be as gazelle intense as I can. What I did not realize, or what I was missing, well, I'll tell you about that at the end. I'll tell you at the end. Okay, Amazon Prime was $13.12. My Netflix, or my PureFlix, is $7.99. That's what we paid at $7.99. My Healthways gym, $25. I paid $25. Taekwondo. Kids and myself take Taekwondo, and for that portion, it's $325 a month. Right here, you'll see that we are over that at $352.43. Well, Jackson tested for his first degree black belt phase 1, and he had to have wood to cut for his board breaking. So I had to go to went to Home Depot and got some wood, and it was like $27 and some change. So that's where that particular overage came in there. CCRDU, which is my online Bible seminary, is $50 a month. But right here you see that it's $71.95. So we take 4-week classes. Every class is 4 weeks. And so normally we get our syllabus early, and we know which books we need to order. This month, getting ready for TH105, I asked what our book was, because I'm an online student. I'm not actually in the classroom for classes. And I was told we're just using the Bible. And I thought, okay, I've got plenty of Bibles around this house. Well, I got an email this past week saying we're using a specific version of the Bible that I did not have. And so I had to get on Amazon and do Amazon Prime in order to get it here, because tonight is my first class. The class meets on Thursday nights. Then they edit the videos, and then I'm able to get my videos done on Sunday night. So, and my quiz and my journal entries, I get those usually in on Mondays. So I ended up having to buy another book, and because I had to ship it Amazon Prime, I had to get the most expensive one. They had cheap ones, but I didn't have a chance to get a cheap one, so that's fine. For my sinking funds, I didn't add anything to my post office box or for Gracie this month. I mean, additional to the money I'd already added in on the first half, so it was no problem. For groceries, here's a big expense or a big difference here. So I had $154.81, which was all I had left after I had allocated for all my bills in my budgeted column. When some kids' money came in, I actually put in some additional monies for groceries. I had planned to put in another $150 for groceries. And so here it is that I've been able to put in. This is $130 some additionally that I was able to use as far as for groceries. For restaurant meals, we're at $37.30. This was not an initial expense, but girls' night out, I had forgot about girls' night out. And then when Jackson went for his black belt testing, Alana and I were right down the street from an IHOP, and we met my sister for kind of a girls' breakfast. So that was an impromptu. That was not an expense I had planned on spending, but because it was like, hey, this is our first girls' day that we didn't have Jackson, we just did something, and it was fine. Weight Watchers, $19.95. Moving on down to personal care, nothing there, no hair. Clothing, I believe this was from the first of the month when I needed to get Alana some new clothing, and so I went through that on my initial April budget. Prescriptions, I take a herbal supplement that helps me with some digestive issues that I have, and I was totally out of that. And so when I got an additional deposit in, I was able to then take care of this piece and order some of the herbal supplement. For Gracie, we budgeted $20 for her food and her bath, and we have since had to do $42.69 for her food. And then for Walgreens couponing, I budgeted in $19, and I'm right at $22.29, so a little bit over in that category. For gas, I budgeted in $78 because I had a gift card for $25. So far, I'm at $75.89. This number is going to increase because I actually have to put gas in my car again. Gas has taken a dramatic hike in price since last month, even over last month. So for my oil change, I have not gotten my oil change yet. I still have a little while before I have to get it changed. So it is not changed as of yet. So that expense has not come out. For my tithe and offering for church, from my gross income is $490. So far, I've done $548 in tithe and offering. This ministry that we normally support each month, I have not paid anything to them just yet. And then I was able to move in $100 into my emergency fund as far as keeping that at the $1,000 level. Blow money this month, $1,631, but I had not initially budgeted any in, but that's what I ended up spending so far. So right now it's telling me I have just a little bit over $117.76 in my account. So to go back to this page here, which is for week 1. So for week 1, the reason I like this sheet is because it breaks it down by day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and it tells me what days I've been spending money. And this is the first week of the month, so of course I paid all of the bills that needed to be paid at the first of the month, starting with my mortgage and then all of my main bills that I was able to do. And then it totals up those calculations for me. So once I put in my budget category, then I come to my weeks and I start putting in monies that I've spent every day, and then that calculates automatically my totals. Then for week 2, again the same thing. Whatever I've spent for that week, I paid my student loan in week 2. My gym came out in week 2. Taekwondo was when I went and got Jackson's wood for his board breaking, so I paid that one in week 2. The sinking funds, I went ahead and put those in on those days. And then for groceries, so this was money that I had gotten out of the bank. I just made sure that I allocated for it. And the reason I say that is because I had budgeted for it on my budget sheet, but it was not showing up in my actual column. So I put in here where I actually went and got the cash out. So I got cash here, but then I used my debit card over here, and then I got cash again when I got kids' deposit for some other grocery money here. And then it tells me if I had a meal, what that meal was for, and when I had it, and then my Weight Watchers. So I like this sheet specifically because I can put down exactly what I'm spending when I'm spending it. And so that's what makes it good for me. For my gas, I put here $29.89 as far as gas was concerned. How much I had put in for my tithe, $8, $5, $45. I transferred money over into my emergency fund. And then going into this week, which is calculating as week 4 for me, but it's actually still week 3. I just like to pay my bills the day that I get my paycheck, so that's why it looks a little different and my weeks are off. So this week my PureFlix came out. I had to buy that book on Amazon. Let's see, groceries, I forgot my grocery money here for some reasons, but I was already needing to go to the store, so I used cash there. This right here was from breakfast, and then I did $20 in gas here. That was the day my son gave me $20 for gas. And then right here, it says blow money. I'm starting a new Bible study. It's a Jennifer Rothschild Bible study from Lifeway. It's called Hosea. And so I bought a book there, and then I had to buy another book. I bought 3 books from Thrift Books. And so thriftbooks.com, that was what that $1631 was for, was the books that I had bought there. That is the sum total of what I have spent so far in the month of April. In the month of April. So here's some reflections that I have for the month of April, and I'm making some notes on the back of my budget sheet. I always keep a paper copy because I want to make some notes to myself. So reflection number 1, I need to have a miscellaneous category just for those things that come up that I did not plan for. I always try to make sure that I give my money names, but there needs to be some miscellaneous money in case some additional things come up. So let me tell you an additional thing that came up this month so far. My oldest daughter, who is doing her student teaching this semester, was unable to work this semester. So for the most part, she paid her rent all the way up until student teaching will be done. So her rent is paid. She had money for everything as far as living expenses, but she ran out of money. And we talked the other day on the phone, and she told me, she says, well, Mama, I only have 48 cents in my checking account, and I don't get money for another 2 weeks. And so I'm thinking, what do you mean you only have 48 cents in your checking account? Well, because she's student teaching, she just ran out of money. She had 2 student teaching assignments. Her first assignment, because her major is special ed, but her concentration is deaf and the hard of hearing, she actually taught at the deaf school for the first half of her student teaching. She lived on campus. She did not have to drive anywhere, and so she was there every single day. No expenses as far as gas. Her second student teaching assignment, after she was done with the deaf school, she had to drive 45 minutes one way to school. So because she's driving 5 days a week, an hour and a half there and back, she's using more gas than what she had accounted for in her budgeting. And she does budget because that's what we do around here. So when she told me that, I said, listen, let me call the bank. And I just took some money out of my emergency fund because she had an emergency. And I put some money into her account for her to have gas for the next couple of weeks. Just for gas, not for frivolous miscellaneous things, just for gas. So had I a miscellaneous category, or had I even put more into my gas fund, I could have taken money out of my gas fund and put it into her bank, because we bank at the same banking institution. But I didn't do that this time, so I did have to pull money out of my emergency fund. It was just a little bit of money to put into her gas, so she would have gas for the month. Other than that, I think everything else worked out well, with the exception of my school. I probably need to allocate another $20 or $30 for books per class, just because if I can get them on thrift books, I'm paying about $4 or $5 per book. If I have to go to Amazon and I have enough time to order it, I can get the cheaper books. If I have no time to order it, like I just got the email last week and the class was starting on Thursday. I think I got the email on Wednesday and it was starting on Thursday. But I had already asked ahead so that I could plan. It was like, no, we're just going to use the Bible. I was like, oh, okay, I got plenty of Bibles. But then it was like, no, we're using this special Bible. I was like, okay, no worries. I'm going to pay for it. It's no problem. So I had to take a little bit of $21.95 out of my emergency fund to pay for that. Now, that's not, you would maybe consider that an emergency, but to me that was an emergency because I need the book for my class. Other than that, I think we're really good. I did not anticipate the eating out portions of my budget. So what I plan to do next month is not eat out or just have a little few dollars somewhere. I have to figure out where it was coming from. Aside from those couple of things, I think we're good on the budget. I'm still waiting for one more deposit and a couple things that are coming up at the end of the month. So on the 28th, the kids have a Taekwondo competition, and I had budgeted in $200 for their competition. Fortunately for me, it's only going to cost me $60 per kid, so only $120. But I do have to budget in for gas, and then I have to budget in for meals. So I had budgeted probably like $250, $75 for the whole trip. It's a day trip. We do have to drive, for their entrance fees, Everybody after the tournament is going out to Dave and Buster's to eat and just hang out with their group, and then gas. So with the fact that I'm paying $40 less per kid than I budgeted, I'm only going to budget now for about $200. And that should include their entry fees, my entry fee to get in, their meal, because I don't have to eat anything. And then if they want to play games at Dave and Buster's, that will cover that. And so that's going to be $200 that I'm going to budget for that. Outside of the $200, I do plan one more student loan payment so that my numbers can go down. And then as soon as I get paid in the end of April, I get my supplement, and I plan to do a large chunk onto the student loan as well. I'm hoping that I could have the student loan down to about $7,200 by the end of May, maybe a little bit less. That's my hope. And just start really chunking away. The one thing that I didn't realize, and it had escaped me for all of these many years, when you're a single parent, you always trying to make sure you have enough and that you keep enough in your account so that you're never running behind, you're never late on anything. When Dave Ramsey means, this is my take on it, gazelle intense, I think what I have gleaned now is that whatever's left over at the end of the month, when my end of the month comes, when April 29th comes, because that's how much I'll know how much I have left because I get paid on the last day of the month. So at April 29th, whatever number is there and all my bills have cleared, that money is to be funneled onto the debt. I had not been doing that. I had been taking that money and floating it over into the next month just for the miscellaneous things. Like, okay, we want to do a fun thing. We'll do a fun thing. So that time is over. That's done. Whatever's left, that's going to be chunked into the debt, and I'll have those numbers to be able to say, at the end of the month, I had $50 left. We put that on the debt. Whatever is left. So far, I have not gained YouTube income in about 2 to 3 months. That's fine. I'm going to keep going on doing these videos because I enjoy the videos. Outside of that, I think I'm getting ready to get my eBay started up again. I've got quite a few things that I can put on eBay that I can sell, and I've sold some stuff before. Not made a zillion dollars, but enough to pay a bill or enough to take the kids out for a fun thing. So that's what I'm going to be doing for this next couple of weeks. At this moment, we're out of money. The money is gone. There is no more. I do have to have gas in my car. We have plenty of groceries, so we are good. And I'm just going to pray that everything we need is covered and we're good. So that is it. That is my mid-month budget update. Waiting on one more deposit, and I'm able to do the kids taekwondo, and I'm able to do one more payment onto my student loan. So anyway, that is it. If you like this video, be sure and give it a thumbs up. It just says, hey, we liked your video. If you're new around here, hit the red subscribe button. We'd love to keep you as a part of our YouTube community. Also hit the little bell, that way you never miss an upload from us. If you have any questions about Dave Ramsey, zero-based budgeting, or how I budget as a single parent, please leave me a comment down below. I will also leave a link to the budget sheet where I was able to download it. It was a free download for me, and it can be a free download for you as well. So again, thank you for stopping by our channel. If you have any questions, leave us a comment, and until the next time we budget, bye now.